Dear friend, thank you for being here today. Tell me, have you felt it too lately? That strange flutter in the air, like something unseen is quietly brushing against your soul. Or maybe a familiar song keeps finding its way back to you, whispering memories you thought you had long forgotten. Pisces, this is not coincidence, this is calling. There are months in the year when destiny itself seems to breathe closer to you, and November is one of them. You see, every sign in the zodiac has its secret doorway, but for you, Pisces, that doorway doesn't open through logic or plans. It opens through feeling, through that deep, sacred sensitivity that you sometimes try to hide. You were born under Neptune's light, the planet of dreams, intuition, and miracles that refuse to be explained. When Neptune stirs, the veil between the seen and the unseen begins to thin, and that's what's happening now. Something or someone is trying to find its way back to you before the month ends. Not to haunt you, but to heal you. In November, the ocean of your soul begins to glow differently. You may notice repeating numbers like 1111 or 919 appearing everywhere you look, dreams that feel more real than daylight, or a sudden pull toward things you can't name. Don't dismiss these moments. They're the universe's language coded just for you, and if you're listening closely, you'll feel it, a promise, soft as a wave against the shore, saying, Pisces, you haven't lost what matters. It's finding its way back to you. So take a breath. Let the world slow down for a moment. Make yourself a warm cup of tea or coffee. Light a candle if you can, and sit somewhere quiet. Because what you're about to hear isn't just another tarot message. It's a journey through the unseen, a message from the higher realms, a reminder that your heart still remembers something sacred. But before we dive deeper into what November truly holds for you, tell me this. What if the person, or the dream, you thought was gone forever, still carries a message meant to change your future? And what if, by the time this video ends, you'll finally understand why they had to leave in order for your destiny to begin? If you're ready to receive the signs the universe has been sending, comment below. I'm ready to receive the message of November. Like this video to send your energy into the flow of abundance, and subscribe so the next message can find its way to you. Stay until the very end, because what happens in the final moments of this reading might just be the sign you've been waiting for. The first card that rises for you tonight, dear Pisces, is the moon. It glows softly but powerfully, like a mirror reflecting everything you've tried to hide from yourself. The moon never lies, it only reveals, slowly, layer by layer, what has been sleeping beneath the surface. And right now, as the energy of November unfolds around you, the universe is whispering, it's time to remember. You are entering a period of deep spiritual awakening, a time when the veils between the seen and unseen begin to dissolve. You might feel restless for no reason, or tearful at moments you can't explain. Maybe old songs, scents, or memories have started to return, each carrying a quiet ache that tugs at your chest. Do not mistake this for sadness, my friend. What you are feeling is not weakness. It's your soul washing itself clean. These are echoes of your past lives, fragments of promises once made, floating up now to be released. Sometimes the universe doesn't speak through grand events. It speaks through the smallest tremors, the dream that feels too real, the sudden chill when you think of someone's name, the clock that stops at 11:11. Each sign is a key turning quietly in the lock of your destiny. You are being called back to something sacred, to finish a cycle that began long before you even knew its name. The moon, in her mysterious light, reminds you that healing doesn't happen in the noise, it happens in the silence. It happens when you allow yourself to feel. So if the tears come, let them. If your body feels heavy, let it rest. You are not breaking down. You are being rewritten by light. Every emotion, Every flicker of longing or confusion is a message from your higher self, saying, "I'm ready to remember who I am." You may notice the world around you beginning to reflect your inner tides. People from the past might suddenly reappear. An old friend, a lover, or even a dream that once slipped through your fingers. They are not coincidences. They are soul messengers. They come to help you see what still needs forgiveness, what still needs peace. The moon card teaches that nothing truly leaves until it has been understood. This is your moment to listen without fear. If your nights have been sleepless, if you've been sensing that invisible hand of nostalgia pressing against your heart, this is the universe's way of saying, you are closer than ever to your rebirth. The shadows you're facing are simply the parts of you that crave light. When you allow yourself to witness them not with judgment, but with compassion, they transform into wisdom. The cracks in your heart become openings for divine light to enter. Pisces, you are the sign of oceans. You were never meant to hold emotions in tiny jars. You are meant to let them flow wild, vast, unstoppable. When you release, you make space for miracles. So tonight, create your own small ritual of cleansing. Light a white candle. Watch its flame flicker like the pulse of the moon herself. Take a deep breath, and on a small piece of paper, write 3 things you're ready to let go of: fears, memories, or names that still echo in your chest. Then, with a quiet heart, whisper, "I release you with love. I free myself to grow." As the candle burns, imagine its light expanding, filling your room, filling your lungs, until every corner of your being glows with silver peace. This is not just symbolism, this is energy alchemy. The more you let go, the lighter you become, and the easier it is for blessings to find you. The moon doesn't rush. She waxes and wanes in perfect divine timing. So trust the rhythm of your own transformation. You are not late. You are not behind. You are exactly where your soul planned to be in this very moment. The pain, the confusion, the bursts of memory, all of it is the universe's way of preparing you for a higher frequency of love and abundance. And as November unfolds, you'll start to see subtle miracles aligning in your path. A message you weren't expecting, an opportunity you almost gave up on. A sign that tells you, yes, the universe has been listening. This is your sacred reset, Pisces, your invitation to step out of illusion and into clarity. So when you feel that soft pull under your ribs, when something inside you whispers, "I'm ready," know that the moon has heard you. Know that your ancestors, your guides, and every star above are standing quietly by, watching you awaken. You are not alone on this journey. The universe is holding its breath with you. Now close your eyes for a moment. Feel the silence. Feel the rhythm of your heartbeat syncing with the pulse of the cosmos. This is your truth, timeless, infinite, unbreakable. And soon, when dawn rises after the darkest night, you'll understand that everything you've been feeling was not an ending, but the sound of your new beginning being born. When death and the star appear together, the energy is both breathtaking and sacred. They are not cards of fear. They are the universe's way of saying, "The chapter is ending, my dear Pisces, but look at the light that's already waiting for you on the horizon." November carries that duality for you, a soft funeral for the past, followed by the gentle birth of something luminous and new. You may feel as if you're standing at a crossroads between what was and what will be. Some days will feel heavy, as though the air itself remembers your pain. Other days will shimmer with sudden peace, like the sky after rain. This is the rhythm of transformation. Death does not mean loss. It means release. It means the weight that once sat on your chest begins to dissolve into stardust, returning to the universe to be rewritten as light. This month, Pisces, the past will find its way back to your door, not to wound you, but to offer closure. You might feel the presence of someone you once loved, a name that drifts through your mind like a song. Perhaps you'll dream of them. Perhaps a message will arrive at the exact moment you think of them. Do not be afraid. The souls we are connected to never vanish. They orbit us like moons, waiting for the right alignment to complete unfinished stories. They are coming, not to reopen your scars, but to hand you the key that locks the door of the old chapter once and for all. And in that moment of meeting, whether in words, in dreams, or in pure intuition, you'll understand that what once broke you was only a lesson in disguise. You'll realize that forgiveness is not weakness. It's alchemy. When you forgive, you reclaim your power. You turn the ashes of pain into gold. The star glows right after death because hope always follows surrender. As you let go, the light finds you. It's that quiet sparkle in your eyes when you finally stop fighting the current. It's the laughter that returns unexpectedly after weeks of silence. The universe wants you to remember, healing is not about forgetting the story. It's about reading it with compassion. Every tear you've cried, every sleepless night, has carved space in your heart for more love, more wisdom, more grace. If you've been asking, why did this have to end? The answer is that endings are invitations. You are being invited into a new timeline, one where love doesn't hurt, where abundance flows freely, where you are no longer chasing validation but magnetizing everything that is meant for you. Death clears the stage. The star writes the next scene. This November, your soul will shed its old skin. Don't resist the process. When people drift away, when certain dreams dissolve, thank them softly. Whisper gratitude instead of grief. They were bridges that carried you to this very shore. Now you are free to build new ones, stronger, wiser, more aligned with who you've become. And if the tears return, let them. Imagine them as pearls falling into the ocean of your being, each one holding a memory that no longer needs to weigh you down. Feel the water of your own element, Pisces, washing over the past, carrying it gently away. With every breath, repeat this silent mantra. I am not losing anyone. I am learning how to love without fear of loss. This is your rebirth. When the star shines for you, it whispers promises of renewal, new connections that honor your spirit, opportunities that glow with purpose, moments of peace that remind you what it feels like to truly live again. The pain you've endured is not the end of your story, it's the prologue to your awakening. So tonight, under the soft light of the moon, place your hand over your heart and say, I forgive, I release, I am free. Imagine 1,000 tiny stars gathering above you, descending slowly until they rest on your skin, dissolving every shadow. That light is your soul remembering its own strength. It's the universe reminding you that the end is never the end, it's simply the beginning written in a new language of love. November will test your faith, but it will also bless your heart. You'll find peace in places you once avoided, and love in faces you didn't expect. Keep your eyes open for small miracles, the unexpected message, the song that feels like it's singing your story, the warmth that returns just when you thought you'd grown cold. Those are signs that the star is working her quiet magic, rebuilding your destiny from the ruins of what once was. So breathe, dear Pisces. Let go. Let the old life fall away like autumn leaves. Somewhere beyond the endings, your future is already blooming, radiant, golden, unstoppable. And when you finally step into that light, you'll understand. Nothing truly dies. It only transforms. The universe has a way of speaking to those who are finally ready to listen. And this November, Pisces, the whispers are becoming louder, not with words, but through symbols, numbers, and feelings that refuse to be ignored. You might think you're imagining them, but you're not. You're simply tuning into a frequency that has been waiting for you all along. Have you been seeing repeating numbers everywhere on clocks, receipts, street signs, or even in your dreams? 1111, 717, 911. These are not coincidences. These are activation codes sent by the universe to remind you of who you are and what phase of your soul's evolution you're stepping into. When the number 111 appears, it is the universe's way of saying, "Wake up, my child. Your thoughts are creating your reality." It's the beginning of a new timeline, a signal that your manifestations are rippling through the fabric of the cosmos, ready to take shape. Pay attention to what you're thinking at that exact moment, because your mind is a wand, and every thought is a spell. The sequence 717 carries a different vibration. 7 is the number of divine wisdom and spiritual introspection, while 1 represents creation. Together, they form a sacred message. You are being guided. The angels are walking beside you as you transition from one life phase into another. You might feel lost, uncertain, or detached from the world, but that's because you're in the in-between, the cocoon between endings and rebirth. When you see 717, take a deep breath and whisper, "I trust the process." The path is unfolding even if you cannot yet see the destination. And then there's 911. Many people fear this number because it carries urgency. But for souls like you, Pisces, it's the call of awakening. It's the universe saying, "You've completed a cycle. It's time to rise." You might feel your intuition heightening, your dreams becoming more vivid, or your emotions swinging like the tides. Don't fight it. You are aligning with your higher self. 9-1. 1 is the symbol of your spiritual graduation, the moment your old self bows gracefully and lets the new one take the stage. But the universe doesn't only speak in numbers. It speaks in colors and sensations, in the soft flashes of light that dance at the edge of your vision when no one else is around. If you start noticing violet light in your dreams, in meditations, or even in random reflections, that's the energy of transmutation. Violet is the color of spiritual purification. It's Saint-Germain's flame, the frequency that burns away fear and karmic residue, leaving only wisdom behind. When that color appears, close your eyes for a second. Imagine it wrapping around you, cleansing your energy, aligning your aura. That light is not outside you, it's emerging from within. You might also dream of the sea endless, deep, shimmering with strange light. The ocean is your element, Pisces, and whenever it calls to you in dreams, it's a message from your own subconscious. Water represents memory. Every wave carries echoes of your past lives, of the promises you've made and broken, of the love you've given and lost. When the ocean visits you in dreams, it's asking you to remember not to cling, but to forgive. Let its tides wash through you, carrying away whatever still weighs your spirit down. Some of you will dream of someone who has passed away. They might not speak, they might only smile, or simply appear for a moment. Don't let fear take hold. The veil is thin this month, and those who love you from beyond are finding ways to let you know they're near. Their visits are not random, they are messages of reassurance. You're not alone. We are helping you heal. If you wake up with tears, let them fall. Those are not tears of sadness. They are evidence that love never dies. It simply changes its form. And during the waking hours, there's another kind of message, the one that lives in your emotions. Have you found yourself missing someone you thought you'd moved on from? Or feeling a deep nostalgia for a place you've never even been? That ache is not madness. It's memory. Your soul is remembering another lifetime, another connection, another unfinished song. These waves of emotion are sacred. Let them move through you. Don't suppress them. When you cry, you cleanse. When you allow yourself to feel, you open the door for healing to flow in. This is the month to surrender to emotion, Pisces. You've spent years being strong, holding everything together for others, wearing calmness like armor. But November is different. The universe is asking you to melt, to become water again. Let your feelings run their course. Let the storm inside you roar if it needs to, because only when the storm passes can you see the stars reflected clearly on the surface. If at times you feel dizzy, tired, or emotionally drained, don't push against it. Drink water, sit by a window and watch the clouds. Whisper gratitude even for the discomfort, because it's proof that your energy is shifting. You are shedding the heavy skin of old timelines, and it takes courage to become weightless again. There's one more thing to notice: synchronicities, the right song at the right time. A stranger who says the exact words you needed to hear. An opportunity that appears just when you almost gave up. Each one is a wink from the universe, a reminder that you're in rhythm with something larger. The more you acknowledge these signs, the stronger they become. This is how magic begins, through awareness. So Pisces, as you walk through November's energy, keep your heart open and your eyes soft. Don't look for logic, look for wonder. The universe is constantly weaving your story with threads of light and memory. When emotions rise, don't drown, float. Let them carry you to the surface of your next awakening. Say this softly to yourself: I am not afraid to feel. I am not afraid to release. Every tear is a blessing. Every memory is a bridge to my higher self. And as you whisper those words, imagine the violet flames swirling around you. The numbers 111 and 911 glowing in the air like secret codes of destiny, and the ocean within you shimmering with peace. You are not lost, dear Pisces. You are being rewritten by the stars. When you finally learn to let go, to cry, to laugh, to remember without pain, your energy becomes pure, magnetic, unstoppable. The universe rushes in to fill that new space with everything you once prayed for. Love, abundance, health, serenity. All it ever needed was for you to open your heart wide enough to receive. So, when November brings its signs, don't question them. Smile, nod, and say, I see you, universe. I'm listening. Because the moment you acknowledge the magic, it expands. And that's when miracles begin to find you. Again and again, like waves returning to the shore that has always belonged to you. When the sun rises after the long night, Pisces, it doesn't just bring light, it brings warmth that seeps into every wound you thought would never heal. The shadows you walked through in silence begin to dissolve, and the heaviness that sat in your chest for months starts to lift like morning mist. You can almost feel the world breathe with you again. This is the energy of the sun, pure, golden, and alive, and beside it flows the Ace of Cups, a chalice overflowing with emotion, love, intuition, and divine blessing. These two cards together are the universe's loudest yes. After everything you've endured, after every night of questioning and surrender, the cycle has turned in your favor. November ends with light breaking through the clouds, and that light has your name written all over it. You may begin to notice this shift slowly at first. The air feels softer. People smile at you for no reason. Opportunities, the ones that once seemed far away, start finding you instead of you chasing them. You wake up one morning and realize the heaviness is gone. In its place is calm, confidence, a quiet, knowing that something good is coming. For some Pisces, the Ace of Cups manifests as love. Not the kind that burns and disappears, but the kind that feels like coming home. This could be a new connection blooming just as the month ends, or the rekindling of something that never truly died. It won't feel dramatic. It will feel peaceful, like two rivers finally meeting the sea. There's gentleness in the way this love approaches you. No chaos, no confusion, just clarity. You'll know it by how it makes your heart exhale. For others, the blessing arrives through the sun's domain success, visibility, and financial opportunity. You might receive good news about work, an offer you weren't expecting, or a sudden burst of inspiration that leads to profit. It may come as a small idea that grows into something powerful, or as a long-awaited recognition for the efforts you thought went unnoticed. The universe has seen your patience, Pisces. It's preparing to reward it. Picture this. The last days of November glow with golden light. You might be sitting in a cafe, watching sunlight spill through the window, when a message pops up, an invitation, a job offer, a person saying, "I've been thinking of you." That's how miracles arrive, quietly, effortlessly, and yet, in that moment, your entire future shifts. The energy of the sun also brings vitality back into your body. If you felt drained or emotionally numb, you'll begin to sense life returning to your skin, laughter rising from your chest. You start to move differently, lighter, freer. This isn't just coincidence. It's your energy field realigning with joy. The more gratitude you express, the more blessings flow in. The sun responds to appreciation the way flowers respond to light. So here's your spiritual homework for this phase. When you wake each morning, place your hand over your heart and whisper, "I welcome joy. I welcome abundance. I am ready for the light." Visualize a golden sun expanding above your crown, filling your entire body with warmth. See it dissolving any residue of fear or scarcity. And imagine its rays reaching out to touch everything you desire: love, health, success, peace. This small ritual opens the energetic gate for miracles to enter. Pisces, you have walked through deep waters. You have faced storms that would have broken others. Yet here you are shining. The universe is proud of you. That's why, as the month closes, it offers you the gift of renewal. Expect synchronicities that bring smiles instead of tears. The right person at the right time. The unexpected amount of money that arrives just when you need it. The sudden clarity that shows you exactly what to do next. You'll feel an undeniable sense of being supported. It's as though invisible hands are guiding you toward peace. This is the moment when faith becomes proof, when prayers return as answered calls. That's what the Sun and the Ace of Cups together represent: divine reciprocity. You gave the universe your trust, and now it gives you its miracles. If you can, spend a few minutes each evening watching the sunset. As the sky melts into shades of gold and violet, imagine that every ray of light is carrying blessings into your life. Whisper gratitude for the lessons, for the endings that made room for beginnings, for the love that's finding its way back to you in new, higher forms. You are entering a season where life finally says, "Thank you for waiting." The tears, the silence, the solitude, none of it was wasted. It was all preparation for this moment of clarity and abundance. The sun shines brightest after the storm, and the Ace of Cups overflows only after the cup has been emptied of pain. So when the final week of November arrives and you feel that sudden surge of happiness, even if you can't explain it, don't question it. That's the universe answering every whispered prayer. Smile, breathe, and let yourself receive. Say quietly to yourself, "I am worthy of joy. I am ready for miracles. I am open to love in all its forms." Because you are, dear Pisces. And as the light of the sun wraps around you and the cup of the ace overflows, remember, this is not luck. This is the reward for your faith. You are being paid back in peace, in prosperity, in love that stays. By the time the last day of November fades into December, you'll look back and realize that the universe didn't just hear you. It orchestrated every detail to bring you exactly where you were meant to be. standing in the sunlight of your own rebirth. And now, dear Pisces, as we reach the end of this journey, take a deep breath with me. Feel your heart steady, full, alive. You've traveled through darkness, through memory, through waves of emotion that only an old soul like you could understand. You've witnessed endings, but you've also seen how every ending quietly prepares the soil for a new beginning. That is the rhythm of the universe. And this month, it's singing your name. November has been a sacred initiation the moon helped you remember. Death taught you to release. The star showed you how to heal. And the sun promised you rebirth. You've been transformed from the inside out, and the person who finishes this video is not the same one who began it. You're lighter now, brighter now, stronger than you realize. The pain you've endured was never punishment. It was preparation. The storms you survived were polishing you into the version of yourself that's finally ready to receive miracles. So here's what the universe is asking of you tonight. Don't just listen to this message. Live it. When you wake up tomorrow, carry this light with you. When fear tries to whisper, answer it with faith. When doubt creeps in, remind yourself, I am a child of the stars, and I was never forgotten. The energy of the sun and the Ace of Cups is not just for your reading, it's for your life. It's your permission slip to love again, to believe again, to open your arms wide to abundance. Before you go, I invite you to create one final ritual, simple but powerful. Take a blank piece of paper and write, I have forgiven, I have healed, I am ready to receive new light. Then light a small candle. Hold that paper close and whisper, I release everything back to the light. I am free. Watch the paper turn to ash. And as it does, imagine all your pain dissolving with it, leaving only peace, gratitude, and the gentle hum of hope. You have not lost anyone or anything, Pisces. You have only learned how to love without fear of loss. You have learned that forgiveness is the most beautiful kind of power, and you have discovered that the universe never closes one door without secretly opening another one that leads you directly to the life you've always dreamed of. So if this message touched your heart, let the energy keep flowing. Click the like button to send your vibration of gratitude into the universe. Subscribe if you haven't yet, because the next message waiting for you might be the one that changes everything. Comment below and affirm your energy by writing, I'm ready to step into the new chapter of my soul. Let those words be your declaration, a signal to the universe that you are open, aligned, and ready for abundance. And if you wish to help this channel continue sharing light and hope across the world, you can support through the Super Thanks option below. Every act of generosity, no matter how small, helps this community grow and allows these messages to reach hearts that need them most. Remember, my friend, you are not broken. You are becoming. You are not unlucky. You are learning how to magnetize fortune. The universe has seen your tears, and now it's ready to crown you with joy. You are worthy of love, of wealth, of radiant health, of a life that feels like sunrise after a long night. So I ask you, what do you want the next chapter to look like? What miracle do you want to call into your life next? Tell me in the comments what you'd love to see in our upcoming readings, or what topics you want us to explore together. Because this isn't just a channel, it's a family of souls awakening side by side. Until we meet again, remember this truth. The universe never forgets a heart that dares to hope. You, dear Pisces, are that heart. You are light. You are magic. And you are destined for a life far more beautiful than you can imagine. Thank you for spending this time with me. I'll see you in the next video where your next miracle is already waiting.